What's up everyone, my name is Jessica, I'm a California native and an opera singer. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Après, rêve by Forêt, and it is going to be performed by the cellist Sheku and the pianist Isata. I'm sorry if I mispronounced those names, but I hope I didn't butcher them. Without further ado, let's start listening. Two things that I really want to point out from what I've heard so far, and that is the idea of balance and dynamics. First, about balance, I don't hear a sense of overpowering of one instrument over the other. And because this is an instrumental take on an art song, the pianist really plays a supportive role to which the cellist is singing the melody or the lyrics. And I know that this is a sense of good balance with this particular performance because I can not only hear both parts, but I can really listen to both parts. And even if I choose to hone in on listening to one instrument over the other, in the back of my mind, I can still hear that other instrument enough to where it's not disrupting me or disrupting the structure of the storyline or the structure of the piece. And for me, with this particular art song, that is great balance. Another thing I want to point out is something small, but it has to deal with the pianist. This song is normally written or sung in D minor, and they are playing it in C minor. And in her right hand, she is just playing the triadic chord in C minor, C, E flat, G. And I want to give her credit because I hear very evenness within the three notes of the chord. I don't hear any prominence of the C over the E flat or the G, which is the top note. I don't hear any prominence of that over the two notes below it. And I know that can be especially hard to do when the chord is being repeated, which is the case in this first bar, actually throughout the entire piece, but specifically this first bar. And so I want to give her a lot of credit for that. The second thing that I want to point out are the dynamics. So far, what we've listened to, the lyrics can be divided into two parts. The first part, in French, translates to Dans un sommeil que charmait ton image, je rêvais le bonheur à ton mirage. And in English, that means in a sleep that was charmed by your image, I dreamt of a passionate illusion of happiness. It's beautiful, right? But it's also really vague. And I love that these two instrumentalists chose to keep a consistent mezzo piano during this part, because what that does for me is it adds to this idea of an unclear and almost hazy happiness. And I, as a viewer, I want to be supportive of the character that's singing these lyrics, and I'm able to do that because of the dynamics that they've chosen to do. The second part of the lyrics in French translate to Tes yeux étaient plus doux, ta voix pure et sonore, tu rayonnais comme un ciel éclairé par l'aurore. In English, that means your eyes were so soft, your voice pure and sonorous, you shone like the sky lit by dawn. Those words are so descriptive and exact, complete opposite of what we just heard moments before. And what the cellist and pianist have chosen to do is they've amped up the level of volume and intensity enough to where you know that the narrative has changed. And then the choice to go to piano on the words éclairé par l'aurore, lit by the dawn, is brilliant because it paints a vivid picture of the first appearances of light in the sky before the sunrise. So many good things in this last part of the song, but I really want to focus on the idea of symbolism. And there are two phrases that I want to point out, and those phrases are Tu m'appelais and Je t'appelle aux nuits. The first, Tu m'appelais, are the lyrics that were being played at the very beginning of the second part that we just heard. And Tu m'appelais translates to you called me, which deals with the imperfect tense, which also deals with the past. And here, tu, which translates to you, is referring to a tangible object, which is the person in this person's dream. And if you notice, during this part, the cellist plays it up the octave and mezzo forte. The second phrase, Je t'appelle aux nuits, translates to I call you o night, which deals with the present tense. And the tu in t'appelle refers to the night, which is an intangible object. And here, the pianist and the cellist played it very softly, very delicately, and piano, which is a stark difference to what we heard moments ago when a tangible thing was doing the calling out. And I want to address those things because the dynamics play hand in hand with what is being said with the actual lyrics of the art song. Continuing with the second phrase, Je t'appelle aux nuits, the lyrics go on to say, O night, give me back your lies. And for me as a singer, this is by far the hardest part to sing because it's so emotionally intense. It has nothing to do with vocal difficulty. And I thought it was so interesting that of all moments for the cellist to have a break in his legato line, it was here. It was almost as if the lyrics of the song overtook his playing, which disrupted his own lines. And because I know what the lyrics mean, this break in the legato line was not disrupting. If anything, it only added to the emotional impact of the song. What I'm going to do for you all is I'm going to replay the second part, and I'm going to display 3 keywords. Those 3 keywords are tangible, intangible, and break. And remember, tangible refers to a tangible object doing the calling out. The second, intangible, refers to the singer calling out to an intangible object, which is the night. The third, break, refers to the break in the legato line because of an emotional intensity. I want you to listen very carefully to the dynamics and see how they cater to the lyrics going on within the song. You ready? Okay, here we go. I can never get enough of this song, so brilliant. Bravo, Sheku, and brava Isata. again, hope I'm not butchering your names. I love doing music analysis type videos, and I really love doing them with different genres of music. So if you are a singer or an instrumentalist on their musical journey, come join my family, because I promise to soak up as much knowledge as I can, so then I can pass it on to you. So make sure you subscribe, like this video if you found it informational, and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss another video with important information. That being said, I'll see you in a few days. Bye!